Good evening. This is my wife, Michelle. I'm Walt Zapf. Our first date was my freshman year in high school, and Michelle is older than I am. And she came down freshman hall checking out all the new people on the first day. And that is how we met, and we went to the Christmas ball that first year of my freshman year.
So our first date was Christmas ball.
Our first, yes. We've been married for 30 years this past July, and we have been together 37 years in total.
Being married, thinking back to our vows when we got married, I feel like all of them have been tested. I don't feel like there's one that jumps out as being the most difficult. I think growing up together as teenagers, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, and now 50-year-olds, you kind of grow up together and, learn to be married and going from the selfish selves of our beings as teenagers into growing into being a couple and sharing everything and having emotional integrity for one another, just is part of our process, and definitely was harder before we really had relationships with Jesus. That's for sure.
I think we had a good baseline from our parents. We grew up in a Catholic, both of us as Catholics. We went to elementary school and high school Catholics. Both of our parents were married, stayed married, all of our brothers and sisters. So we are the youngest in both of our families. So, I think we had, good mentors and, people to look up to as we grow up to see, what a loving marriage is.
And going into marriage, we both never thought that divorce was on the table. So you always worked through whatever it was. And yes, there was difficult times because we were sometimes selfish or not always thinking of the other, but they're just things that we were friends more than we were, married people. So I think that helped. And also being a military family, every 2 to 3 years you move. So that draws us closer together because we're each other's best friends. And I see it in my kids too, where you move every 3 years, you got to get new friends and all that. And so, it just kind of draws the family together as a unit. I think the biggest decision I made is bringing God into our marriage better than we had. Growing up Catholic, we knew God, but I feel like now God is really a part of our family and our relationship, and giving that to our kids. So allowing God to help us, because we're both little control freaks. And so giving up that control to God and really not allowing ourselves to, and the culture around us, to try to ruin things is very important. And being friends forever and ever, and we still enjoy each other's company and, want to be around each other and want to be around people that kind of feed our souls as well. And I think having people around you that have the same values helps.
Agree. And I'm a smart man. I know the woman is always right. See if that makes it.